Looks like your Sunday just got a whole lot sexier. Welcome to the best smelling channel on YouTube. My name is James from J-ROYL, and this is a top 6 Sunday. I'm one-upping my previous self with top 5s, turning them into top 6s. These are 6 fragrances that drive those ladies wild. AKA 6 summer fragrances that I've been wearing that I've been getting compliments with, getting positive feedback. So just to clarify, these 6 fragrances have given me the most compliments this summer. I've been having a pretty deep rotation, and these are the ones that have stood out compliment-wise, some of which totally surprised me. We got a mixed bag of fragrances here, some designer, some not. Number 6 fragrance is actually a 2-in-1 combo, so it's number 6 with a little honorable mention attached to it. It's by Moogly and doesn't have a rubber flask bottle. It's actually Moogly Cologne. The green soapy fragrance, Irish Spring in a bottle. It's a completely unisex fragrance, very, very pleasant to wear. Not incredible performance, but for what I use it for, it's perfect. After a shower, when I'm not sure what I'm gonna be putting on out there, I'll reach for this. Specifically, after I do a little trim of the old beard, do a little bit of a shave. And the honorable mention portion isn't actually a fragrance. It smells good, but it's not perfume. It's the American Crew Beard Balm. So I use this to tame this beast over here. And the two combined create a really lovely aroma. It's kind of the only layering I do with fragrance, where I have a nice soapy fresh feel here, and then we have this fresh, peppery, masculine smell of this. So the two working in tandem is very clean, a bit barbershop, but then you just end up smelling like a nice man. It doesn't smell like you're wearing expensive cologne, and that's kind of the only problem I have with Moogly cologne. Don't even care that it doesn't perform very well because I'm probably gonna put something else on over it anyway. It just makes you smell nice. It doesn't make you smell elevated and self-righteous and better than everyone because it's just soapy. And I wanna feel superior to my peers via my odor. Not really, but you know, there's a sense of exclusivity with fragrances. There's also that feeling of wearing something really unique, different, perhaps pricey, perhaps luxurious smelling, just to set you apart from the pack, to trim the noise, cut the fat, kind of mix those up, but you know what I mean. Number 5 is a niche fragrance. It is by Amouage, and in the summertime, it ends up being Reflection Man. Imitation Man is always going to be my favorite Amouage now, and my fiance's favorite, but when it's really hot outside, I will wear this instead. She's not really super familiar with the Reflection Man, so when I do wear it, it sort of surprises her. It's a bit different, and she's like, what is that? It smells really good. It's this! This one is a little bit floral, sweet, slightly powdery, a similar feel to Le Male in a way, but it smells quite different. So don't think it's a clone or a high-end version of it. They're just in similar categories, fragrance-wise. So if you love that, give this a shot too. Performance is pretty good with this. On mine, I have no complaints. I have a magnetic cap. Some people like the magnetic cap. Some people say it's worse for performance. Some people say it doesn't matter about the cap. It's all about whether it was made in Oman or not. I don't know. All I know is this one really works for me. It's gotten me 1 compliment this summer unsolicited, which is good enough to be on this list. The next fragrance on this list is another banger for the summer. It is Allure Homme Sport Cologne Sport. Love this fragrance. I love its simplicity. It's citrus with a bit of spiciness, so it's kind of different too. Different for a basic citrus fragrance. It's the transparent bottle. It's the clear flanker. It really strips down the original, gets rid of all the creaminess to it, and you're just left with summer in a bottle right here. This was one of the big surprises in my downsize video. It's one of the Allure Homme Sport or Allure Homme fragrances that made the cut, and I wear it in the summer because people like it. It's a very likable smell. Number 3 is a big surprise to me because I always loved this fragrance. I wear it quite often, but I only started wearing it in the heat this season. And I got 2 unsolicited compliments from my lady. It's a Creed, no voice crack. Creed Himalaya, just a manly, florally smell. It smells like it looks. It has a metallic feel to it. Similar category to a Chanel Platinum Egoiste. So it is a little more of a sophisticated smell. It's not juvenile. It's not sweet bubblegum, hey, fresh. It's more dapper, I would say. It's casual dapper. So a dapper man on his day off, chilling with his top down on his Audi TT Quattro would be wearing this. When I tried this on, especially in the first few hours, it got very good feedback. As the immature dude that I am, I wasn't really doing this justice, or so I thought, until this summer, when it got some pretty nice feedback. It's still not gonna be as universally appreciated as the Millesime Imperials, the Virgin Island Waters, the Green Irish Tweeds, and of course the Aventuses of the Creed line. But I'm still a huge fan, and spoiler alert, I haven't downsized this yet, so that's a good sign. Now, number 2 could be a whole category of fragrances, and you'll know what I mean once I reveal it. But from the compliment side of things, I got 3 unsolicited compliments so far this season, 2 from my fiance and 1 from a dude. To be completely honest, it's not my favorite of the line, but it's about compliments right now. Of the summer fragrances that I've been wearing this season, this has been giving me the second most compliments at 3. It is Parfums Vintage Emperor Maximus. Now, in the crazy world that is Aventus clones, and more specifically, Pineapple Vintage or Parfums Vintage fragrances, there's just so many to choose from. I have a few of my favorites that I've always liked and a few new ones that I'm really into that I might have to do a future video on. But while trialing Emperor Maximus for about a month or so, I got 2 compliments from Leslie and then 1 compliment from one of my buddies who's like, oh bro, you smell so good. Is that Aventus? I can't really argue with the quality of the fragrance here. It lasts really long, it smells really good. It is more expensive than a lot of the Parfums Vintage fragrances out there, especially if you're looking at the X Straight, which is getting to $150, $160 US range for 100 mil. Pretty expensive for a clone. But if we're just talking about the fragrance inside, it's pretty good, guys. And I got this for free, which makes things a lot better. Compliment-wise, this is second best this summer. Before I reveal the big number 1 final frag on this list, do me a favor and like the video, please. It takes a lot longer than you think to put these together. And subscribe if you haven't, because there's always more fun content coming your way. From a compliment side of things, not that it's all about compliments, but it is. What has been doing well for you this summer? At number 1, it's by a house that I love. One of my favorite fragrances of all time is made by this company. I've only had this year. This is my first summer wearing it because it is a newer fragrance, but it's a flanker of a line that came out a couple years back. My current King of Summer, number 1 complimented fragrance at 4 from my fiance is YSLY Eau Fresh. Love this fragrance. This is a keeper. I ordered this on Fragrance Buy. I was probably going to sell it afterwards, but I'm holding on to this one. It's actually a perfect match to my YSLY EDP that I also enjoy. But from a summer perspective, this one, it has it all. It's fresh, masculine, sweet, seductive. The performance is good. It's a fantastic summer fragrance that you really, really need to check out. If you didn't like the original Y because you thought it was a bit basic and it was just kind of like the Cologne Blue fragrance that came out and there just seemed like a lot of redundancy, which I get. Now the dust is settled and we can really see these fragrances for what they are. The YSLY line is great. This one is amazing as a summer fragrance. Amazing. We just started the summer. I thought it was halfway through because time is just flying by these days. We still got a lot of time, so I'll continually update you on the fragrances that I'm wearing, but right now, these 6 on the compliment side of things, killing it. So there you have it, guys. My 66 Sunday 66 fragrance. Sunday 60, my 60 Sunday. I just love my alliteration, guys. If you know me, you gotta have those matching consonant sounds. Anyways, guys, bye.